your views on homosexuals?
Well, personally, I'm bisexual, so it really doesn't matter to me. Like, you fall in love who you fall in love with, basically.
Do you believe that same-sex couples and marriages should be illegal?
Absolutely not. Like I just said, everyone falls in love with who they fall in love with. It shouldn't matter on gender or who they are. It's who you fall in love with. It's the right person for you, and it shouldn't be illegal.
What's your opinion on non-same-sex marriage laws?
Well, it really doesn't matter to me since I think of, like, both genders of being, like, right for me. And, well, it really doesn't matter who you marry. If it's a guy and a guy or a girl and a guy, it shouldn't matter. Like I've been saying, you fall in love with who you fall in love with. And I don't think that the same-sex marriage thing should be illegal. Because basically you're saying that you can't fall in love with that person. You can't marry them because it's not right in our eyes.
Do you think same-sex couples are accepted in today's society?
Personally, I don't really believe they are because you see so much hate towards them, like, oh, they're gay, or oh, she's bisexual, or oh, that's so gross. Did you just see two guys or two girls kiss? And it's ridiculous that you're judging someone on who they love, who they like, who they're interested in. It's ridiculous. And I really think that people shouldn't be that judgmental towards each other. Because I'm not criticizing you on who you like.
Have you ever been discriminated against?
Oh, many times. Many times.
Do you have any stories you'd like to share with us?
Sure. Like, this one time, I think it was last year, me and this one other girl named Amber, we would hold hands in the hallway and we would kiss. And people would be like, oh my god, that's so gross, you're going out with her? I'm like, I like who I like. You can't judge me on that just because she's a female and I'm a female. It shouldn't matter.
Would you say that being homosexual has affected your life negatively, positively?
I would say it's just been a part of my life, not necessarily negative or positive. I mean, I wouldn't want to change it, but I mean, if I wasn't, I wouldn't be dying to be. I mean,
you wouldn't be on camera right now.
Yes, I wouldn't be on camera right now. But I've been very lucky in the sense that I haven't faced any significant roadblocks because of it, as of yet.
Have you ever seen anybody who has faced any roadblocks because of it?
Yes, definitely. I have a...
Do you have a story that you could share with us, or...?
It's not so much a specific story as more of a case. I have a pretty good friend of mine whose family, you know, the typical story, his family doesn't accept, and forcing him through a lot of, we're forcing him through a lot of therapies and stuff that you know, didn't work, didn't do anything, very traumatizing, I'm very lucky to not be him, and I'm very sorry that he has to go through and had to go through what he had to go through.
Would you say that this has affected his life?
Oh, definitely. Permanently, forever. I mean, I hope, he seems, nowadays, I've talked to him recently, he seems to be in a much better place than he was years ago, but I mean, you've heard the stories on the news about the depressions and the suicides and suicide attempts. I mean, that's true, that happens. I'm lucky enough to have missed all that, but there are a lot of people who do go through that, and it's terrible.
Okay. Do you think society accepts homosexuals today? Do you think that they care at all, or?
I wouldn't say it's a lot better than it was. I mean, you see the old movies. I think it's, I'm not sure I would say it's an acceptance as in an internal acceptance, but a lot of people, especially, you know, I've even noticed, you know, at my college and stuff, there's not so much an acceptance, but a sense of obligation to not display uncomfortableness or lack of accepting. Like, for example, I heard, you know, I had someone write something, one of my friends write something on my whiteboard outside my dorm once, you know, and it brought up some questions. I mean, I don't know who in my hall doesn't know that I'm gay. I don't go flaunting it about, you know, there's no reason to. It's part of who I am, but it's not me. It's not my entire identity. That's not who I am. It's part of me. So I don't go and broadcast it off of rooftops. But someone had written something on my on my whiteboard that would, you know, imply it. And I heard some people talking outside there, and I heard one that's saying, you're talking about, you know, it's disgusting, it's terrible, and someone's like, hey, no, you can't, this is University of Michigan, you can't think that way. And, you know, while it, you know, upset me about the one kid, I was surprised and kind of pleased that some people are starting to realize that even if you don't like it, it's not, you can't, you know, be that out there about saying this is terrible, you know.
Yeah.
We still have a long way to go, but we've come a long way too.
Okay, would you have any messages for any homosexuals watching this?
See, that's the thing is we're just regular people. I mean, so a lot of, I mean, most of us, a lot of us, the same thing I'd tell anyone. Just be who you are, and don't let anybody tell you that who you are is wrong.
Why don't you start off with an introduction tell us about yourself a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm Samantha. I'm a junior, and that's about it right now.
Okay, well, what are your views on same-sex couples?
Honestly, I'm a Baptist, and I was raised that way, and I don't think it's right. I think we're born attracted to the opposite sex, and I don't know why people would choose the same gender, but I don't think it's right.